Good morning, everybody. This is Husky Gaming Pack coming to you with a new roadmap for Sand Raiders of Sophie. Very fun game. You ride around in a big trampler that you make. If anybody's seen the movie Wild Wild West with Will Smith, they'll know exactly what we're talking about. It's that big spider thing. And then there is PvP on top of that. So just because your trampler dies doesn't mean the action ends. You got to actually take the people out that took you out, or you got to take them out, vice versa, then make it out of the game alive. So, that being said, Sand, Raiders of Sophie, we have their new roadmap coming out. Coming soon. They just had a patch out today. They updated few fixes. They still have some more. They admit that they're in a work of progress. That is why this game is early release. But for early release, I have some good feelings about this game. And we'll get into that right now. Coming soon, we have new trampler components. This could be very interesting. Hope they kind of don't limit it to just trampler components. I mentioned to Fringe Patriot um, that I wouldn't mind seeing flags so that when you're looking out in your binoculars and people make a flag, they mount their flag on their trampler, you can see that flag through your binoculars and say, oh man, that's burnt peanut over there, or Hutch, or whoever is out there playing the game, and you can either say, hey, I want to go tangle with them, or hey, I want to stay away from them. So I would like to see that. It'd be kind of interesting because, as back in the day, that's how they knew to stay away from people, or if people were friendly or not. They'd look through the binoculars and see, hey, what's going on that ship? Are they friendly? What flag are they flying? Um, Other items. New NPC enemy variations. This could be very interesting to see what happens with this. I do like the AI, the zombies, typical zombies, but the robots, they look great. Some are a little dumb, some are a little smart, and hit with some great precision. But as far as looks, I think they look great. Um, so it'd be good to see what other ideas they have for NPC variations. Post game summary, I'd like this. You do get a bit of a post game summary if you've been taken out. You get to see what actually took you out. As far as expedition and post game summary, really right now all you get is what loot you got. So it'll be interesting what they show, what their ideas of are for show there. Is it going to be a takeout counter, trampler stolen, stuff like that, or where they go with that? Player stats. Again, be interesting to see what all they want to keep track of. I would imagine takeout counters are going to be big there, so people have or trampler thefts, stuff like that. Gear-based matchmaking. We talked about this during first server slam, and noticed that it's going to be an issue right off the bat. Not too much these first couple days because people are still building their ships, but once people start getting armor and the royal chassis and stuff like that, you're going to have some majorly equipped people joining in to the game that if they encounter newbies, they're just going to shred. I'll just, put it flat like that. So gear-based matchmaking, I think, is going to be necessary. A lobby browser, that could be very interesting as well. I don't know if that would be for like pickup groups, solo players that want to, maybe group up, or what their plan is with that, or if there's going to be servers within the servers. So interesting what they're going to do with the lobby browser, and then they add more. So good to see that. That's the coming soon aisle. Then we have late 2026. We have more weather and natural hazards. I do like the aspect of you get down on that ice and a little bit of fog starts lifting up, and you can actually get some cover if you need it. So interesting to see what they'll do with weather and natural hazards. I know they have the landmines, which are a land hazard. They have the storm, which is part of the storm extract. Um, so interesting to see what they'll do with that. Color-coded labeled storage. Yes, just about every game of this type. You look at Ark, you look at Days, you look at all of those, they have some sort of labeled storage in them. And in a battle, you do not want to be running around looking for my ammo box just so you can refill your guns. You're going to need to find those in a hurry. So that'd be nicely needed. World bosses, elite NPCs, that could be very interesting as well. Will they attach those to POIs? Will they be solo, standalone? World bosses, very interesting. Lots of things they could do with that. A pinging system, okay, yeah, fine. I mean, if you don't know what your pings are, if you don't know your internet access, pinging, you should really have an understanding of that. That plays the biggest role. But the pinging system is always nice. New biomes and POIs, again, that probably ties with the more weather and the new world bosses and stuff. So interesting to see what they'll do with that. And more character models. We were talking about this the other day. Lots of females play video games, so it'd be nice to see our female counterparts get their own characters instead of having to play a guy with a mustache and a bad hairdo. Anyway, beyond that, blueprint sharing system for ships, I would imagine. That'd be nice. Faction rep quest systems, interesting. They do have some, mild questing, like with the delivery boxes on top of the forts and stuff like that. Um, Other than that, there's not a whole lot of questing at the moment. So curious what they would do with that. Clan systems, we talked about this as well, Fringe and I, how it'd be kind of interesting to see a three trampler versus three trampler versus three trampler lobby and have teams of tramplers going at it out there. That could be very fun. Very, very chaotic, I would imagine, but that is this game. It's the chaos and the fun. Item encyclopedia. You get a good description of your items. I guess one go-to spot to find out everything would be, I guess, handy, but not really needed. They do a good job of describing everything in the game. And then again, and more. So good things to look forward to from Tiny Build. Um, Very interesting stuff coming, it would seem. You all have a good day and enjoy the game. Hope you're liking it. We'll see you soon.